There is a nice straight ankle lock setup that you can hit from single leg X, which again is this position. We hip up, we drop them. But to get to this position, I typically like to start with standard X guard. And again, I am always going to be looking to control this near side leg, however you're comfortable with. But I like to start here because I can get a good extension on that leg, which gets them far out. So now as I get this extension, I'm going to post the bottom foot to kind of keep them there as I bring my outside leg to get into position for single leg X. Once I'm ready, I'm going to release this foot and immediately trap it up. And again, I want this leg as high pitch as I can behind his hip, pinch my knees together to get a good bite. Now, the reason I set that X guard up initially is because in order for him to really defend this, he has to first get his balance back. So it just buys me a little bit more time to secure the grip. Once you get this grip done, I'm going to hip up and drop my knees off into the side. And I'm gonna kind of follow his legs a little bit, especially if you're shorter. If you kind of stay put, there's a good chance that like this leg's gonna slide out. So I always wanna make sure that when I hit, I kind of scoot up with him a little bit. Then I'm going to start sitting back. And the thing that I'm focusing on especially is making sure that I catch the back of his foot, because his initial defense for a straight ankle, exactly, is gonna be essentially putting the boot on. So he wants to flex the foot, kick the foot through. So my initial defense is when I scoot back, I wanna make sure that the back of my shoulder and armpit start curving his toes a little bit, because it already now makes the ankle lock that much stronger once I put it in place. Now for the grip, I wanna make sure that my arm is coming across pretty much. I like to look for the base of the calf, the top of the Achilles. If you're too high up, it's never gonna work. And obviously if you're too low down, there's still a very good chance that they can kind of just slip their foot out. So I like to make sure I'm right at the base of the calf muscle. In regards to like your hand placement in general, typically you always want the thumb up, because now you're engaging the bones a little bit more, which just puts that much more pressure on it. One thing that I've started doing over time as well is, instead of just kind of keeping like a tight fist, I'm gonna essentially flex the entire arm as much as I possibly can. So work on your biceps, friends. But I want you to flex your arm as tight as you can, because now the muscles are simply gonna clamp around the Achilles, which makes, again, the straight ankle lock that much tighter. Now, to get the finish, I can either keep a tight fist and start cranking up on the fist, and then again, we drop to our shoulder and start arching back. That's one option. However, if we are in the gi like we are today, pull down on the gi a little bit, get a nice tight grip high up on the lapel, and then again, I'm gonna sit down. I'm not looking to come across this way. Again, you wanna go shoulders, and then we're pretty much just gonna start looking back as much as we possibly can, and you can get the finish from there.